All right, we're going to watch Nico's breaststroke here. As we get through his breaststroke, as we get started, we can kind of see how his head is just barely right here below the surface. We do want to try and make sure we work on a little bit more getting your head down. As you roll your shoulders, your head should almost be right in between those arms there, okay? So where you can see your head is above your arms, okay, because here are your arms and here's your head. You want to try and get that head a little bit more in between those arms as you really drive forward. So roll your shoulders forward, roll that head forward just a little bit better. As you start your pull, you can see that you get your head up nice and strong. You do a good job of bringing your hands in. So right here, they're pretty much right underneath your chin. That's fantastic. Make sure that as your hands are going forward, you're getting that head down. You can kind of see that your eyes are starting to go down, but your hands are really, really low in that water. Try to get your hands a little bit higher up in the water so you're driving more towards the surface, not quite so deep. While your hands are going forward well, we want to see them a little bit higher in the water, not quite so deep there. And again, you kind of see right here where your head's a little bit higher than your hands and then your arms. So let's make sure to drop that head in between. Again, it's a good, strong pull. And one of the things, Nico, we've talked a lot with you about freestyle lately too. Your thumb, okay? Make sure you rest those hands together. You like to keep those thumbs out in almost like L shapes or some kind of like angle shape. Keep your hands in. Keep your fingers a little bit closer together. Okay, that will really help out your breaststroke, help out your pull a lot too. Now, as your hands start to go forward, you kind of see that kick is a really good, strong kick. You do a great job of finishing your legs. And right here, your feet have just finished. And right when your feet finish, it looks like you're about getting ready to start that next stroke, which is absolutely perfect. You always want to make sure your breaststroke is got a little bit of a glide, but that glide lasts about as long as it does to take your feet come together. And as you can tell, you do a great job of finishing your kick. Right there, they finish, and then boom, you're into your next stroke. So that's really, really good, Nico. I like your kick a lot. It's really, really strong. Again, right here, you kind of see how low your hands are in the water. You're right here. Here's the top of the water. So let's try and get your hands up a little bit higher than where we are, okay? I think that'll really help your breaststroke out a lot. You're also kind of looking a little bit forward on an angle. Make sure those heads are down. You want to keep your spine in line. So as you can kind of see here, here's your spine, and here's your head. So if your head's more in here, it's right in the perfect body position, okay? Have a good view right there. Again, that's a really good job with your pull, really good job with your elbows. You got really good strength in that kick, Nico. Absolutely. All right, so as we get into our turn here, just going to watch it and see what we do. All right, the very first thing I'm going to tell you is your feet are kind of stacked on top of each other. Excellent. You want to see that all the time. Now, the one thing we want to try and work on is not letting your knees go sideways. Okay, you kind of see how you've turned your hips and you've turned your body towards this way. Okay, you want to make sure you bring your legs straight underneath your body. So here's your feet here. You want to bring them straight into that wall. All right. The more you stay away from going outside of your wake, if you bring your legs straight underneath you, keep your knees up. So as your feet hit the wall, you do a good job of getting your hand off that wall before your eyes are looking up. That's really good too. But right here, as your feet are hitting the wall, you kind of see that you're on this position here, going here, and actually this one's going down. What you want to do is have your feet more in this angle here. Hold on, let me erase those two. You want to have those feet more in this angle here, and your knees more in this angle up here, so that as you come off, you're going to come off in a nice, tight streamline, straight in, straight out. All right? As we push off the wall, we've got a good streamline. But again, let's look at those thumbs. Look how wide they are. Take this top thumb here and lock it underneath, or lock it on top of, your bottom hand. Then take your other thumb and just keep it straight in. Don't let so much drag go out with those thumbs being quite so wide. The other thing you can see, you're pushing straight down. We like how you're coming off the wall going down. but those heels, you don't want your toes facing quite so much down right at the very end. All right? Good streamline, good head position. Good job of initiating the dolphin kick before you start your pull. It can be a little bit stronger. Do make sure to keep those feet together. All right, right here, you're doing a good job on your pull, but at this point here, you want those hands closer together underneath your body. So you kind of see they're really, really wide apart. You got one here, then your other one, and you can't tell from here, but your other one's way over here. You want to make sure that as you do that pull, it's more close to your body, more like that butterfly pull, where your thumb and your fingertip are almost pressing together as you finish down by your hip. So at this point here, make that pull just a little bit stronger by getting those hands closer together to be right underneath your body. And really drive towards those hips. You kind of see here where your hands are outside of your hips. You want your hands on top of your thighs. Okay, by keeping your hands out here, you're a little bit less streamlined. If you bring your hands underneath your thighs here, your arms are going to be a little bit closer to your ears, and that's going to be a much better streamlined position. Even though you're not streamlined in the traditional significance, you're streamlined in the way we want you to be. Make sure you keep your eyes straight down. Good body line right here, though. I mean, that's really good, Nico. Perfectly straight. As you start your underwater kick and surface, I like how you're bringing your hands right up your body. That's perfect. You want to have nice, sneaky hands. Good job of driving your hands forward. Good job of finishing that kick. And you've started that pull and your head is just breaking the surface. That is a perfect breakout as far as getting from the kick to your first stroke. So well done there, Nico. I like that a lot. Good job. A couple things I think we can work on, but a lot of things in there I saw that were really, really good. So keep it up, Nico. You're doing great.